We're back at WrestleMania weekend on the Hannibal TV. We've interviewed a lot of influential people in the wrestling business this weekend, but none as influential as Jim Ross. JR, thank you for being here.
Sure, David. Good to see you again.
Great to see you, as always. As somebody who's been involved in every facet of professional wrestling, sports entertainment, been a part of WrestleManias, I'm interested in what you think of this year's WrestleMania build-up, the positives and the negatives.
Well, I think it's really an outstanding card because it's got something for everybody, seemingly. Anytime you have a card that expansive, you can't have a great, captivating storyline for each match.
Sure.
It's impossible to devote the television time. So I think they've done a nice job of the things that we believe are high-line items, like Goldberg and Lesnar, and the Triple H Rollins story's been told for a long time.
Yeah.
Other things, Jericho and Owens has been good. So I think, by and large, I'm very positive about it. I think it's going to be good.
Great. Moving a little bit in the wrestling business, I know I read your blog on jrsbarbecue.com, and I know that you follow TNA, and they recently went through a change in ownership management. Going backwards, though, with all the talent that they had, all the money that they had, that they had at their disposal, in your professional opinion, why don't you think they were able to make it work?
Well, I'm sure there are a lot of reasons, but primarily in the corporate world. It's certainly that way in professional sports. It's certainly that way in movie theaters. You got to start at the top. So if you're not having the success that you desire, you kind of look at the top of the food chart and start there. And so I would say that the upper management made some, in hindsight, some less than desirable decisions, and I think that came largely as trusting people that they thought knew more about the business than they did. One thing about it, you're going to invest millions of dollars. You don't have product knowledge. You might not be a very good business person.
Yeah, absolutely. Moving forward in that same vein with Jeff Jarrett coming back, Dutch Mantel, Scott D'Amore, and new management, what do you think they have to do to get things back on track?
Well, first of all, that's a real good staff of guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
If I had a wrestling company and they said, well, here's your staff, then I would have no issues with those guys. I think they're going to do a real good job. It's like any other entity. It's no different than the LA Rams. Until they've developed a star or two or three that people can build around and embrace and rally around, they're going to languish. A movie sequel, a movie series, is only as good as the cast, by and large.
Sure. So
they have to get some talent over, and that's going to take some time. So I hope that, wish them all the success in the world. I've got so many friends that work there, and I'm big advocates of what Jeff and Karen do, and I just hope that they'll get some of these guys hot sooner than later. It's a team effort.
Absolutely.
The talent need to contribute some to their own destiny, but some of them don't want to do it because they can always use that excuse when they fail.
Absolutely. Great insight. We had fans. We asked fans to write in some questions, and the one we got the most from the fans was, who do you think has the greatest potential to be the face of professional wrestling and sports entertainment for the next 10 years?
Boy, that's a loaded question. That's really difficult to say. I don't see anybody right now that stands out way above everybody else. I think if I was a young wrestler, thank God I'm not, and that would show you how bad the business would be if I was involved in that, a cow on ice like me. I would say the business is wide open. There's a lot of openings to be the star. It's a great time to be a wrestler and to try to get over. Absolutely. But I don't know. There's not one person. There's a lot of parity. There's a lot of good, but there's a lot of parity. But parity was not Ric Flair. Parity wasn't Hogan. Parity wasn't Stone Cold. Parity wasn't The Rock. They were exemplary.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how much exemplary we have as far as the young talents are concerned. But here's the good news. The good news is there's a lot of really talented kids, and they've got the world awaiting them if they choose to seize the moment.
Absolutely.
So let's see how they do that.
Okay, just a couple more questions. One of the fun things about WrestleMania weekend and Raw and SmackDown afterwards is, as you know, fans know a lot more than they used to in the old days. So there's not a lot of surprises, but during WrestleMania and during the Raw and SmackDown to follow, there's always surprises. Any bold predictions of what you think that we might see?
I haven't heard any a lot of rumors about this weekend, obviously. I'm sure WWE is going to hold something back to roll out on Monday and Tuesday. They generally do.
Yeah.
I would say, you know, the top of the mark might be of speculation might be the Hardys.
The Hardys.
You know, but who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. And I don't find the desire to need to know everything. I don't really need to know do you need to know everything? Is it imperative to get online and suck up everything you got, even if it's not even true, because it's dirt?
I think it's more fun not to know. But
much more.
In that vein, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you, and if you don't want to answer, I understand. A lot of rumors about you calling a match on Sunday. Any truth to that?
Nothing final, but you know, you know how wrestling is.
Yes, sir.
You never say never.
Yes, sir.
I'm a broadcaster. I have a T-shirt that says "I work for food. We'll talk for food." I'm lying. I don't have a shirt like that. But I'm a broadcaster, and I look for gigs. I got clients. So hey, if the WWE wants me to use me on Sunday night, I'm available.
As a fan, I hope that it does come true. I want to thank you for your time, and on behalf of everybody at the Hannibal TV and myself, want you to know you're in our thoughts and prayers in this trying time.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay, Dave.
Thank
Good
you.
seeing you.